So we're trying to take a new perspective on an old problem, which is that mosquitoes that transmit diseases to humans often breed in stormwater infrastructure. So the infrastructure that we create to capture and retain stormwater so that it doesn't flood our basements during major rainstorms. Mosquitoes like to lay their eggs in there and their larvae develop in there, and we think a lot of the mosquitoes that end up being vectors of West Nile come out of those stormwater environments.
Green infrastructure is a whole suite of practices. A general way to put it is they're trying to mimic what nature was doing before we improved on it. One of the key things that we've looked at is a structure called a catch basin. You have basically a tiny basin that's below the outlet pipe, so sediment, leaves, debris that flows in has some place that it can settle out before the water flows down the sewer. And so because the outlet pipe is above the bottom, after the storm's over, you have some ponded water left in this. Well, essentially they've removed the bottom of that basin, and so they have a layer of stone instead of a concrete bottom. So water that comes in there, instead of just standing stagnant, can now percolate down through the stone to where you no longer have this standing water.
The blackberry leaves can be involved in two different stages of this. First, the leaves can potentially have a role in mediating where the mosquitoes choose to lay their eggs to begin with. The fundamental idea here is that if we're able to attract mosquitoes to certain habitats where the insecticides are already present, then perhaps there won't be a need for applying the insecticides on such a large spatial scale. And then the second stage where the leaves become involved is they form like the resource base for the mosquitoes as they develop. You've got like the leaf detritus falling into the habitat, bacteria growing off the leaf detritus, and then the mosquitoes in turn feeding on the microbial flora. And the blackberry leaves seem to be a low quality resource for mosquitoes as they develop. So during the larval stage, they'll die before they actually become pupae and then subsequently adults.
We think we've converged upon a topic here that really shows a clear intersection between a sustainability challenge and a public health problem. And it happens to be the case in this scenario where we think technologies that enhance sustainability are also going to improve human health.